Here's an article hot off the press that looks at using ketamine versus etomidate in intubation. I have to say, since Pennsylvania still only has sedation assisted, paralytic less intubation, I'm starting to lean more towards team etomidate. I did a ketamine only intubation a couple of weeks ago on a neurotrauma patient, and I have to say, it didn't really do jack squat as far as relaxing his airway musculature. This is the third trauma patient in a row that I've had where ketamine only was pretty damn inadequate in achieving adequate sedation. Don't get me wrong, I love ketamine. We use it first line as the induction med on RSIs at my flight team, and it works phenomenally. I think the ketamine is a great induction drug, but I think that it really needs to be given along with the paralytic if you're going to use it to facilitate intubation. I have to say, and this is admittedly totally anecdotal, I have no data to support this, but I think for induction agent alone intubations, like we do in Pennsylvania, for now, I think that etomidate does a better job snowing the patient and relaxing their airway structures to facilitate intubation. Anyway, there's a bunch of studies that look at etomidate versus ketamine. Predictably, some find pluses with ketamine, some find minuses with ketamine, like laryngospasm and hypersalivation. There's concern with downstream adrenal suppression with etomidate. But at the end of the day, it seems like it doesn't really matter which drug you use as an induction agent when those two are the choices. The study jumped into the ketamine versus etomidate question. The primary outcome was mortality at any measured point. They also looked at secondary outcomes of vasopressor-free days, ventilator-free days, blood pressure, and first pass success. It was a systematic review of 2,978 critically ill adults receiving emergency intubation. The numbers showed the ketamine did not decrease mortality compared to etomidate. However, they did a Bayesian analysis where they assigned probability models to the distributions of the results, blah, blah, blah. They found that there was a decent probability that ketamine did, in fact, reduce mortality, but that mortality reduction was only by 1%. Whoop-de-friggin-do. They also found that ketamine was not associated with improved secondary outcomes. My interpretation is that this study further solidifies the thought that it really doesn't matter which induction agent you pick. You want to use ketamine, use ketamine. You want to use etomidate, use the etomidate. Both agents are pretty hemodynamically stable, and both agents have pluses and minuses. There is no perfect drug.